This is Regained Wellness Podcast with Jamie Logie, episode 170, 15 health and fitness goals for 2019. Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome back to the podcast, or welcome for the first time if you're new. I'm Jamie Logie, I run regainedwellness.com, and this is the Regained Wellness Podcast. And this episode is kind of a follow-up for the New Year's resolution-based one I did, just talking about things to get going and started with. And this is going to have actually a bunch more health and fitness goals, 15 of them, that you can start to incorporate or look to add into your lifestyle for 2019 or anytime, whenever you're listening to this. It doesn't have to always be at the new year. Whenever you've decided to make a choice to get healthier and fitter and well. So I just wanted to run through a bunch of really good goals you can add in. So let's get right to it. So as I always say, the secret is to start slow and slowly add in new habits over time and new goals, as opposed to taking on a whole bunch at once. That's just going to leave you feeling like overwhelmed, frustrated, more likely to lead to failure. You want to slowly incorporate habits. Give them a week or so, with a new thing before you add in another. And then over time, you're looking at a long-term goal here. Over time, they become an overall revamped, healthy lifestyle. So here's a bunch I'm just starting with. 15 of them will rattle off here. So first one, drink more water. And this is going to be the easiest to start with. It's free, doesn't take a lot of work. You probably know you should be hydrating more, and this is the time to probably get going with it. Water goes just beyond hydration. It's involved in so many critical functions in your body, like digestion, absorption, transportation of nutrients, cognitive function. Basically, you need more water than you're probably taking in. So a good rule of thumb is to drink half your body weight in ounces of water each day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you divide that in half and drink 75 ounces of water a day, which isn't that much. It might sound like quite a bit, but when you break it down into cups and stuff, it's very doable. Next thing, add some lemon and apple cider vinegar to your water. So this is best done in the morning, and it's a good idea to start the day, I'd say, with a large glass or two of water. You basically, your body's been dehydrating over the 8 hours you've hopefully slept, and a good way to jumpstart your hydration for the day is by drinking some first thing. So then when you add in some, half a fresh squeezed lemon, maybe a teaspoon or two of apple cider vinegar, it really helps with that sort of natural detoxifying and cleansing process in the body. And it's also, they can boost your metabolism. They're helping your digestion for the day. So easy thing to add in first thing. Okay. Third health and fitness goal for the year, stop drinking your calories. This is one of the simplest things you can make that really will help you live a healthier life this year. When you drink a high calorie beverage, especially like a soft drink, sodas, pop if you live in Canada, overly heavy specialty coffees with so much sugar and creams and stuff, even a lot of juices, sports drinks, you take in a lot of fast acting sugar. And you also don't allow for your body to become full naturally. And this makes it a very easy way to take in excess calories. You can drink 200 calories without even noticing it, and you're probably still hungry after. You probably will be, actually, because the liquid calories will really spike your blood sugar, lead to crashes, lead to more cravings. So make it a point, ditch those type of drinks, and go for plain water or sparkling water instead if you like more of that carbonated, bubbly sensation like I do. Tip number 4. Start stretching more often. Any workout should finish with a good cool down, and that's going to involve stretching. So stretching is going to help you recover from the workout. It's going to promote healing. It's going to promote flexibility. It's going to make you feel better. There's a bit of an endorphin release that comes from stretching. And you'll notice it has a crossover in your day-to-day life. So, routine activities will become easier. You may actually notice fewer aches and pains through the day. Even when you wake up first thing, if you have, knee problems or back problems, like committing to stretching, you might notice in the morning that those things aren't there anymore. So if you are working out, think of stretching. I hate stretching. I have to force myself to do it. So I definitely understand, but think of stretching as part of your workout. So incorporate that last 5-10 minutes and think of that as your workout to get the benefits from it. Tip number 5, add in some high intensity interval training. And I've covered this a lot on my show, and I've done entire episodes based on stuff like this. So if you want to see full on, like, in-depth episodes on a bunch of these things I'm talking about, you can go to the show notes today, which will be regainedwellness.com/170, and I'll have more in-depth stuff. But basically, with high intensity interval training or HIIT training, it's still probably the biggest thing in fitness, along with like circuit training and stuff like that. And for a good reason, because it does work. And this style of training can help you to lower body fat. It can enhance lean muscle. You can gain endurance, improve your fitness. You'll also get a lot of, positive hormonal benefits to the body from training this way. So high intensity interval training is just any form of exercise where you perform a short period of an intense exercise, whatever it is, like a sprint or a bike sprint or whatever, for around 30 seconds. And then that's going to be followed by a slower paced recovery period, which is about 90 seconds. It can go up to about 2 minutes. And you're going to get a lot of these benefits, and it's going to give you more results than extended steady state cardio might, just because it's a higher intensity in the body. It uses different energy systems. Your body responds back better. It burns more calories over the long term. So it's just a very effective way of training. And you don't have to even do it all the time. Just 1 to 3 times a week, and you can start, seeing some of the really good benefits that come from it. Number 6 for your goals here, focus on your breathing when you work out. You should focus on your breathing at all times, just because most of us are actually shallow breathers. We're not taking those deep, lung filling, like diaphragm expanding, like almost where your belly should be extending out, deep breaths. We breathe more like we're almost just breathing into our mouth, and it's not going deeper into the body. And deep breathing is seen to have a lot of benefits. I mean, it's obviously a big part of yoga and meditation. Its calming effects, ability to combat anxiety. And a good time to be aware of this is when you're exercising. You might notice that you go through exercises and you're actually holding your breath. Like, you might be doing just, say, regular cardio or riding the bike, and you'll notice you haven't actually taken a deep breath for a while. Or if you're strength training or doing circuits or whatever, it's kind of common to hold your breath. So really be conscious of your breathing, especially during exercise. Think of the old, back from high school gym class, in through the nose, out through the mouth, which is really actually technically the correct way you want to be getting oxygen into your cells, into your lungs and everything like that. So in through the nose, slowly exhale out through the mouth. Or if it's like an exertion type thing, like you're lifting weights, you can have a little more of a forceful exhale out through your mouth, without screaming and letting the whole gym know that you're trying to lift heavy. But the idea with the in through the nose, out through the mouth thing is your sinuses are embedded with what they call nitric oxide, and this stuff helps to deliver more red blood cells to like your lungs, and the ability to, it's kind of like a quick nitro boost to your body as far as getting more sustained energy, endurance, things like that. But because the air activates through the sinuses when you breathe in through the nose, activates this nitric oxide, and then it's better for overall exercise, and then exhaling out through the mouth. So yeah, try to be aware during your workouts of this. Okay, another good goal, number 7 for the year, is to build more lean muscle. So this is usually gonna be the top of everyone's list, and it should be. So apart from obviously making you look better, having lean muscle has a lot of benefits, including it'll help improve your posture. It'll help help your body carry less body fat. It boosts your metabolism. Just having lean muscle is metabolically active. Your body has to use calories just to maintain and support it. More lean muscle strengthens your bones. It protects and improves your joint health. It helps in day-to-day performance, athletics, exercise, everything like that. This can go a lot further, but these show you the obvious reasons why building more lean muscle is a really, priority when it comes to your fitness goals for this year. Okay. And to follow up with that is the other obvious goal, number 8, is decrease body fat. So this is always going to be a goal. It's always going to probably be everyone's number one goal on their list for the year, or at whatever point when they're starting to get healthy. And I mean, we don't have to go into crazy amounts of detail because we know that decreasing body fat is going to have a lot of benefits. And, let's look at a few here. You're going to have, just from the start, less pressure on your joints and your tendons. You're going to lower your risk of things like diabetes. You're going to reduce risk of heart disease. You're going to reduce inflammation in the body. It's going to lead to better performance and endurance if you're involved in any sports, or even just like your exercise program. And then, the obvious aesthetic benefits, your improved appearance that's going to come from it, and, more confidence that comes with that. And then also, like, you're going to have better hormonal profiles in the body. When you decrease your body fat, you allow things to function a little more, actually a lot more optimally when it comes to hormone levels. So if you're looking at healthy weight loss, it's going to be around 1 to 2 pounds a week. If you lose it too fast, there's a good chance you can put it back on plus some more quickly, and then you kind of get into this vicious cycle thing. So look, 1 to 2 pounds is a good goal that's manageable and more maintainable, and that you will more likely keep off in the long run. Okay, let's look at another tip here. We're going to go with number 9, always on the list too of health and fitness goals: eat more greens. So when you eat more greens, you give your body so many more of the nutrients and vitamins it's really like craving and yearning for. And if you've been eating a lot of processed, manufactured foods, things out of packages and boxes, you can still be essentially starving your body on a cellular level, because it's just not getting the nutrients it needs from the act of eating. So you can continue to be hungry. Plus, all these manufactured processed things have so many additives and chemicals and things that actually make you crave more of it and make you want to eat more. And you're actually not really nourishing yourself. So that's the big problem with things like that. So when you look to greens, specifically dark leafy greens, the darker green, the better. You're getting, a better spectrum of vitamins, minerals, nutrients, antioxidants, chlorophylls, fibers, all the phytonutrient, everything that comes with it, and the things your body needs to function its best. You want to look at, you want to eat they say a rainbow of colors when it comes to vegetables and fruits, but dark leafy greens need to be the priority. Okay, tip number 10, start eliminating sugar. So another top goal, and again, you can start this right away. It's not going to cost you anything. It's actually going to save you money, and in the long run, it's going to improve your health. So no surprise here, we eat way too much sugar, and this should be one of your top goals for the year, to, if not eliminate it, at least drastically reduce it. So if you're cutting out the liquid calories, like I said, from the tip number, 3, that's a great start right there. Now you can look to reduce or eliminate all added sugars, anything that's got, again, if you're eating packaged and manufactured stuff, there's going to be sugar in it. So when you start cutting those things out, you're getting rid of all that added sugar. Plus, if you're drinking your teas and whatnot, maybe throw a tiny bit of honey in there if you like the sweetness, or some cinnamon. If you're looking for something sweet, turn to fruit. Go for some dark chocolate. At least you'll get some health benefits from that, as opposed to turning to like a sugary, crappy version of whatever. Okay, tip number 11 is allow yourself rest and recovery. So when we're looking at fitness and we're looking at, boosting your fitness and building muscle and getting stronger and stuff, everything to do with that, this all takes place outside of the gym. The workout is where, you go to break down your muscle tissue, and then it builds back through proper nutrition, through your rest, through your recovery. And that's where you actually grow, get fitter, stronger, more lean muscle, everything. So it might be tempting. I mean, it would somewhat make sense that, if you want the best results, you should go to the gym for 2 hours every day, go as hard as you can, and that will achieve your goals. But that's really not how it works. Or is it, really an effective approach? So if you don't allow for proper rest and recovery, it can actually set you back a few steps. So when you do this, you run the risk of having elevated stress hormones in the body. Your body just doesn't get a chance to heal, and it's always sort of in this fight or flight mode. And you're more prone to injury that way. You're more susceptible to illness and sickness. You really pummel your immune system when you overtrain and you don't allow yourself that proper rest and rejuvenative recovery, just from all that progressive intensity that's happening in the gym. So, allow yourselves, though, like, make sure you plug in those rest days. I wouldn't go, maybe more than 3 days without doing a proper rest day, or at least, just do some like light walking, be active and stuff like that. But as far as like crazy high intensity stuff, you need to give yourself some of that breathing room. Okay. And this will go right along with it. Number 12 for a best goal here, get more sleep. And again, something I cover all the time on the show, and I'll link up some more episodes that go way deeper into the whole sleep issue. So regainedwellness.com/170. Basically, when you deprive yourself sleep, you really make it almost next to impossible to achieve your health and fitness goals. So, you're depriving yourself sleep. This can increase the stress hormones in your body. Again, like the overtraining thing. And over time, it can lead to a lot of inflammation and, a lot of chronic diseases. So make sleep a priority. Let your body heal. Let it rejuvenate. 7 to 8 hours is still a good approach. Some people can get by with 6. Some people, there's like a small percent, something like 3% of people can actually get by with under 5 hours of sleep and actually physically be well and function. It's pretty crazy. I think Gordon Ramsay was one of those guys who could physically get something like 3 to 5 hours of sleep and still be good. And then this approach to him means he would get an extra 24 hours worth of work through the week because he wasn't sleeping all the time. But these are very far and few examples. So 6 to 8 is good, closer to 8 if possible. Create a good wind down routine. Sleep experts say this is the best thing to get proper, consistent, deep sleep. Let your body know that sleep's coming with this, whatever wind down routine you do. Just keep it consistent. Try and start at the same time each night, and it'll lead to ideally better sleep over the long term. Okay. Tip number 13 for your health and fitness goals here: focus on the habit and not the result. So it's easy to get caught up in looking too far down the road as opposed to taking things one day at a time. It's easy to also get caught up in trying to achieve a certain look, or, reduce inches, or, shed time off your mile or whatever. But the important focus is on the habit that will bring you those goals. Don't look at the scale. Don't always be checking the tape measure or body fat percentages. Every now and then it's good to have check-ins, but like not every day. And, these are better left every like 6-8 weeks, even 2 to 3 months. But focus on the habits that, like a lot of these things I'm passing on here, focus on those habits that are going to lead to those achievements. I know it's difficult when we're bombarded with images of everything to do with this, but don't compare yourself to where others are at. So you're right where you need to be right now. And it's the focus on the habit that leads to achieving those goals in the long term. Okay, we'll finish up with a couple more here. I know we're flying along, but you probably don't have a lot of time, so I'd rather make this short and sweet than ramble on forever. So goal number 14, or tip number 14, is take your fitness outside. And this may be hard depending on the type of winter you're experiencing, but the more you can be outside exposed to fresh air and some sunlight, the better. Even if it's cloudy, those UV rays are still getting through. You can get burnt even on a cloudy day. And there is some benefit from the sun exposure. So even cloudy weather, it's worth being out for a bit. If you're cooped up doing your exercise in the gym and doing cardio or staring at a wall, or it's just some crap on TV, it really doesn't do a lot for your mental stimulation. So try to challenge your body more by getting outside. Again, depending on the weather, like getting more into like things like hiking, if you can run outside, even just walking, just give yourself more of that mental stimulation and a constantly changing environment. It's just going to lead to overall health. You're not going to be breathing in all that recycled, stale, sick gym air. So, still use the gym all the time, but like try to incorporate more outside stuff now. Okay. And last goal, number 15. This is a specific one. Try and do at least one pull-up. And I find this is always a great goal for people to focus on because it's doable. It's a sense of achievement. It's a great thing to focus on because it's something you'll be able to get to if you haven't been able to already. It's a great the pull-up's a great test of strength. It shows you how you're progressing with your fitness. If you haven't been able to do one, you know how challenging a pull-up is. So have that goal of doing at least one pull-up, and it'll not only show you how far you've progressed, but it's a great way to become dedicated and motivated if you can have this one idea in your head. It'll be more attainable through the year if you're consistent with your fitness, but you set yourself out a timeline. Like yourself, it might be something in 6 to 8 weeks. It might be something in like 3 to 4 months. But just have that goal. I always find it's a good challenge for people. One pull-up, that's your goal whenever it happens. It might take a year. I don't know your situation, but it is doable and it is a real sense of accomplishment and achievement. So let's wrap it up there. I think that's a good bunch to get you going and started with. And like I said, if you haven't already, like make sure you subscribe to the podcast because I've got 170 different episodes covering anything you can think of related to health and fitness. Interviews with some like absolute experts and geniuses in the field of nutrition and health and wellness and everything. So go back and like educate yourself as much as possible. Check out the show notes today. Again, like I said, regainedwellness.com/170, and you can see more specifics on episodes. And if you're also looking for more things like that, I have a free ebook I send out for people when you sign up for the email list. And it's just called the Health Eating Starter Kit, and it's just a quick rundown of some more things you want to be avoiding, why you want to be avoiding those. It's got things you want to include and why those things are beneficial. It's got a few little recipes, pretty simple. So if you go to regainedwellness.com/guide, just enter your email and that's sent off automatically. So, and just another good tool to have in your back pocket. So that's it for me. Again, thanks for taking the time to listen to the show. I know there's a lot out there. I know there's a lot of information coming at you every which way, but just taking the time to listen to this, I want to appreciate it. Again, subscribe just so you get the shows automatically and I don't have to hand deliver them or anything like that. And I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.